What's happening, everyone? Art at Patience Metal Fab, and if you've been following our social media lately, we've been posting a lot of side-by-side content. This Polaris General is a great example. This is one of the business owner, Gary's personal vehicle, and the reason that it's in here is because we recently did a release on a new product, these PMF Go Grid Molly door panels. So these are really cool, but that is not what the video is about today. What it is about is the project that we've got as of this morning rolling into our shop. It doesn't look like much, and I don't know much about it, but Gary's really excited about this one, so there's got to be a good reason for it. I'm going to talk to him, and he can give us the breakdown on exactly what we've got right here.
Good morning, Art.
You promised me something cool is coming in, and all I'm seeing is this chopped up shell. I don't know much about these side-by-sides, but it doesn't look that impressive.
Well, there's part of a cool thing here. So yeah, this is actually one of the local racers, David Gay. This is his Champ Off-Road Pro-Am side-by-side. And this is actually a 2024 XP 1000. As far as I know, one of the only ones in the field that will be competing this year. So that's what's so cool about it.
So what I gather is the reason it looks like this is because it is a race vehicle, so it's had to be chopped apart. You can see the whole top end is missing. I assume this is where we're gonna start.
Yeah, so actually he fielded this car last year in the series as well and had a cage on it that they had done themselves. Some of those pieces remain. These door bars right here are obviously not part of the XP 1000 chassis, but those were able to stay and just build off of that. So what we're gonna be doing is obviously the whole top half of the cage in a lot lower profile than what he had last year because he was able to drop his seat, and then some door bars down in the bottom of it. You know, this benefits all of us quite a bit because for him, obviously, it's not something he has to build himself then, you know, bringing in the professional fabrication aspect to doing his cage and the fab work as well as some parts support. And for us, it lets us get our hands on a real early entry for the XP 1000 to do some development. This is an industry that we're looking to get more into, not just on the recreational side, but the racing side as well. So, you know, excited to have this thing in the shop.
I think we're also going to have an excuse to come out to some of these races next year, right?
Absolutely. At this point, it's time to start making some tubing. So, like we've shown before, the Bentec Dragon is what really lets us build these things at the quality and the consistency that we do. So if we jump over, you can see Andrew's getting started right now. Go check out what he's doing.
Looks like we're pretty much wrapped up on the cage on this one. This might have been a record for doing one of these. It was, what, two days worth?
Not even day and a half, but that's what happens when a customer sends a good file over before and, you know, all the prep work's already done for it.
Right, so half the effort was already finished for us. We did have to do some tweaking with those files. Nothing's ever perfect.
Yeah, we had to play with this bar a little bit up here, and a lot of it just comes from, you know, these guys, they get Bentex software. It's super easy for them to use, which is one of the cool things about it. But there's some tweaks and tricks for those of us that have built, you know, 40 cages using the software that allows us to do things that they might struggle with a little. So a few little tweaks to get like this bar to line up a little bit better, and a couple little touches over here, and you know, that's all it was.
Yeah, but this setup is looking really beefy, and it needs to be because this is a race vehicle. And I guess what's the plan? We're kind of ending the season now. I assume this is going to be in action next season.
Yeah, I mean, very few people are sitting this pretty already for next season's car, right? I mean, here we are. It's not even the new year. Next season is months away, and I mean, this guy's got all his chassis work ready to go. So David can take this thing back now, put it together, have some time to kind of play with the little things that he wants to do on it, some position, seating stuff, and you know, be ready to get out and do a little early season trial and error on it.
And speaking of David, he's supposed to be here in about 15 minutes, so I want to get him on camera and kind of get his impressions of the cage and then what he's planning for the off season and into next season. And I'm really excited to see this thing in action. I think eventually we're going to do an episode where we go out and check out one of his races because he's going to have a long season to come. So for now, we'll call this a wrap and then just wait for David to show up.
15 minutes later.
We've already done an overview on the cage, but now we've got David here. He's the owner of this rig.
I've been racing for 15 years. I raced ATV motocross. Last season was the first season I've raced a side-by-side, and I built this 2024 RZR XP to see if I liked it. Just basically did what I needed to do to make it legal. Got rolling through the season, and turned out I was actually fairly competitive, and racked up a list of things I needed to accomplish to be top of my game for this coming season. Redoing center of gravity, lowering the cage, all that was one of them. I wanted to consult a professional company to aid me in it in making the vehicles, so this is where you guys came in, and I'm stoked with the end product. There's still a lot of work to do, like I said, lowering everything down, and it's more than just a cage. It's seats, steering, new body work, everything that goes along with it. So after it leaves the shop here, it's still a lot of work to do, but excited for this upcoming year. This season I'll be competing in the Pro-Am side-by-side class, championship off-road again. Hopefully I'll be a championship contender this year.
I want to thank David for trusting us with his race rig. That's the first time that we've worked together, and it was awesome. We were able to knock this out really quickly. He's happy with the end result, and for us, this is another step forward in the side-by-side industry. If you've been following along on our YouTube page, you know that's something that we've been growing over the past few months, and things like this are a huge help for us. So again, we want to thank David. I'm going to list his social media in the description down below, so please check out his accounts. And next season, once this thing is wrapped up and racing, we'll be there to watch. Now, I appreciate you guys sticking around for this video. There's plenty of more side-by-side stuff to come, so please subscribe to the page, like the video, and share it around, and we'll see you in the next one.